Emma, has your job ever made you want to quit on the spot?
Oh, absolutely. There was one day when everything went wrong at once. My computer crashed, I had 3 deadlines, and someone scheduled a meeting right in the middle of my lunch break.
What did you do?
I took a deep breath, made a coffee, and kept going.
That's very professional.
I thought so. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to NoPause English Lab. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. We're really glad you're here. Today, we're talking about something most of us spend a big part of our lives doing: work. I'll ask Emma 5 real questions about work, and she'll answer in natural English.
After each answer, we'll practice together. So don't just listen, speak out loud. Let's get to work.
Okay, Emma. First question. What do you do for work?
I work in an office from 9 to 5. I'm in charge of answering emails, preparing documents, and helping my team stay organized. Day to day, I spend a lot of time on my computer. I check messages, update files, join meetings, and follow up with different people. It's not always exciting, but it's stable, and I like having a clear routine.
That sounds like a very typical office job. Emails, documents, meetings, and helping the team stay organized. I like that you didn't just say, "I work in an office." You explained what you are responsible for. And that brings us to today's useful phrase. I'm in charge of.
Yes, I'm in charge of means you are responsible for something. For example, you can say, I'm in charge of answering emails, or I'm in charge of preparing weekly reports. It sounds more confident and professional.
Repeat after me. I'm in charge of answering emails and preparing documents.
Now, let's shadow a short answer together. Repeat after me. I work in an office from 9 to 5. I'm in charge of answering emails. Day to day, I spend a lot of time on my computer. I like having a clear routine.
Now make your own answer. You can use this structure. I work in. I'm in charge of. Day to day, I usually. One thing I like about it is. Say your answer in 3 or 4 sentences. Okay. Question 2. What is a normal workday like for you?
My workday usually starts around 9. First, I check my email and review my tasks for the day. Then I make a short to-do list so I know what I need to finish first. Most mornings are quiet, but after lunch, things usually get busier. I might have meetings, phone calls, or last-minute requests from my manager. By 5 o'clock, I'm usually ready to close my laptop and go home.
That sounds like a very normal office day. Emails first, then tasks, meetings, and more work after lunch. I also like how you described the feeling at the end of the day when your brain is ready to stop working. And that brings us to the useful phrase, I'm ready to close my laptop and go home.
This is a natural way to say you are mentally finished with work and ready to stop. You can also say, I'm ready to call it a day. That means you are ready to finish work for the day.
Repeat after me. By 5 o'clock, I'm ready to close my laptop and go home.
Now let's shadow a short answer together. Repeat after me. My workday starts around 9. First, I check my emails. Then I make a to-do list. After lunch, things usually get busier. By 5, I'm ready to close my laptop.
Now talk about your own daily routine. Use this structure. My workday usually starts at. First, I check. During the day, I usually. By the end of the day, I feel. Say your answer out loud. Question 3. What do you like most about your job, Emma?
What I enjoy most is the structure. I know when my day starts, I know when it ends, and I usually know what I need to do. I also like working with my team. We help each other when things get busy, and that makes the day feel easier. The job itself can be repetitive sometimes, but having friendly coworkers makes a big difference.
I like that answer because it's honest but still positive. You're not saying the job is perfect, but you're also noticing the good parts, the routine, the team, and the coworkers. And the useful phrase here is, make a big difference.
Make a big difference means something helps a lot or changes the situation in a good way. For example, when your coworkers are kind and helpful, your workday feels easier.
Repeat after me. Friendly coworkers make a big difference.
Now let's shadow a short answer together. Repeat after me. What I enjoy most is the structure. I know when my day starts. I know when it ends. I also like working with my team.
Now make it personal. Use this structure. What I enjoy most is. I also like. Working with a team helps me because. Give your own answer.
Before we go to the next question, if you're finding this lesson useful, please give the video a like. It really helps, and it lets us know you want more videos like this. Okay, question 4. Is your job stressful? How do you deal with it?
Yes, it can get stressful, especially when there are too many things to do at the same time. Sometimes I have emails waiting, a meeting starting, and a task that needs to be finished before the end of the day. When that happens, I try to stay calm and focus on one thing at a time. I make a list, choose the most urgent task, and start there. If I think about everything at once, I feel overwhelmed.
That's a very real answer. A lot of people feel stressed when too many tasks happen at the same time.
emails, meetings, deadlines, everything at once. I like that you gave a simple solution, and that brings us to the useful phrase, I focus on one thing at a time.
One thing at a time means you focus on one task before moving to the next task. It's a very useful phrase when you talk about stress, work, or studying.
Repeat after me. When I feel stressed, I focus on one thing at a time.
Now, let's shadow a short answer together. Repeat after me. My job can get stressful. Sometimes I have too many things to do. I try to stay calm. I focus on one thing at a time. That helps me feel less overwhelmed.
Now, think about your own work or studies. Use this structure. My job can be stressful when the most difficult part is I try to focus on. Answer in your own words. Last question, Emma. What would your dream job be?
If I could do anything, I think I'd love to have a creative job. Maybe something related to writing, video, or travel. I like my office job because it's stable, but sometimes I wish I had more freedom and more creativity in my day. My dream job would let me work on interesting projects, meet different people, and feel excited about what I'm making. I don't need every day to be perfect, but I would love to feel more connected to my work.
That's a nice contrast. Your office job is stable, but your dream job would give you more freedom and creativity. This is a very natural way to talk about dreams, especially when your real life and your ideal life are different. And the useful phrase here is, if I could do anything.
If I could do anything is a natural way to talk about a dream or an ideal situation. It means this may not be your real life right now, but it is something you would love.
Repeat after me. If I could do anything, I'd love to have a creative job.
Now, let's shadow a short answer together. Repeat after me. If I could do anything, I'd love to have a creative job. I like my office job because it's stable. But I wish I had more freedom. I would love to feel more connected to my work.
Now, imagine your own dream job. Use this structure. If I could do anything, I'd. My dream job would let me. I'd love it because. For me, the perfect job would be. Answer out loud.
Okay, now it's your turn. I'll ask you the same 5 questions again. Try to answer each one out loud.
Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just speak. Okay, let's go.
What do you do for work? What is a normal workday like for you? What do you like most about your job? Is your job stressful? How do you deal with it? What would your dream job be?
Good job. Even if you stopped, even if you searched for the right word, that is real speaking practice. Now write your answer in the comments below. I want to know, what would your dream job be?
That's it for today, my friends. Talking about work is one of the most common topics in English, at job interviews, with new colleagues, or when someone asks, "So, what do you do?" Now you have some phrases to answer more confidently and naturally.
If you want to improve faster, go back and listen to today's conversation one more time. That repetition is what builds fluency. If you enjoyed today's lesson, hit subscribe. Every Thursday, we'll practice real questions, natural answers, and useful phrases together.
Keep practicing, stay consistent, and we'll see you next time here at NoPause English Lab.